Sayın misafirlerimiz, oyuncuların organizasyon çalışanlarını, taraftarların güvenliği ve sportlarını korumasına, sporcuların mesafe ekipmanla tutulmasını rica eder. FIBA'nın kuruluş tolerans gösterdiğini hatırlatırız. Bu tarz davranışlar ciddi yaralanmalara sebep olabilecekler. Aksi davranışlar bulunanlar savaş yasalarının dışına çıkartılacak ve yasal işlemi tabi tutulacaktır. İşbirliğiniz için teşekkür ederiz.
Good evening, welcome to Istanbul. It's the quarterfinals, the second night of the quarterfinals, in fact, at FIBA EuroBasket 2017, and it's the game between Greece and Russia, just 10 minutes away. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Josh Davis, and this is the first game of the night, Josh. Next up will be Serbia against Italy, and the winner of these two games will play each other in the semifinals. So it's all or nothing time for these four teams here tonight in Istanbul. We've already watched Slovenia in a remarkable game beat Latvia to advance to the semifinals. That was last night, and they will take on Spain, who were, well, comfortable winners in the end against Greece, although there are some awkward moments. But right now it's all about Greece and the excitement all of a sudden about this Greece national team.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, just last week really, a lot of panic was in the Greek fans, but after a strong performance against Lithuania, who were one of the favorites for a medal, a lot of confidence, a lot of hope. Can they have a repeat performance tonight against Russia? It remains to be seen.
And Russia have been one of the tournament's pleasant surprises, playing in Group D in Istanbul, so they didn't have that far to travel after group play. They just went across town. Probably took them less than an hour to go from the east side of Istanbul over here to the western side, the European side. So they went from Asia over to Europe. Welcome to Istanbul, folks, the city where east meets west. It's the FIBA EuroBasket 2017 quarterfinal between Russia and Greece. The Russians being introduced to the crowd here, and Jeff Taylor joined by Josh Davis. And Josh, we've watched Russia every step of the way. They got a pivotal win on opening night against Turkey. and that really served as a launch pad for them to have an impressive EuroBasket so far.
Yeah, no question. A lot of close games in the early rounds, and then had a blowout win against Croatia, which caught a lot of people by surprise. But they were really dominant that game, scoring 100-plus points. Alexei Shved on absolute fire. Also dished out 12 assists in that game. So, again, everyone played well for Russia. So there should be a lot of confidence in the squad. And, you know, they're not going to back down from the challenge of potentially being in the semifinals. And obviously this side of the bracket may be a little bit easier. You know, obviously Russia facing off against Greece and would have the winner of Italy-Serbia. They've already beaten Serbia once. So, you know, they're basically can see themselves in the final if they take care of business.
Well, could have the potential of a rematch if Russia were to win of the 2007 final. Greece being introduced here. And some of the famous faces of years gone by and currently. Cedi Osman just coming into the house, the Turkish star at this competition this year. He'll be in the NBA next year. We've got Andrei Kirilenko watching, a lot of David Blatt, the former coach, the man who coached Russia to their title 10 years ago, sitting right over here next to Andrei Vatutin and Andrei Kirilenko. So it is the main event, and as you said, a lot riding on this for Kostas Missis' Greeks and Sergei Bazarevich's Russia. So we're going to have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems for both teams. Okay, we're about ready to start. FIBA EuroBasket quarterfinal between Russia and Greece, and the stakes, obviously, always when you get to the quarterfinals, are high. And referees tonight, we'll get a look at them in just a second here from Brazil, Spain, and France. Cristiano Maranhão, Antonio Conde from Cordoba, España, and Johan Rosso from France. So the Brazilian in the middle, there's Cristiano, Antonio on the left, and Johan on the right. So these guys are experienced and have been adjudged to have done a good job, otherwise they wouldn't get this game in this tournament. So, as always, I know that you're looking forward to this, Josh. You are just like, the taste buds are salivating right now. I'm going to let you discuss the rosters.
Been thinking about this all day, and Alexei Shved, your name is at the top for a reason, not just your numerical numbers, but you're averaging 23.7 points per game and 6 assists to go with it. The ball in his hands most of the time. He's finding guys like Moskov, but the role players, Vitaly Fritz and Dimitri Kuligin, they've had a great game after against Croatia. Can they have a repeat performance? Dmitry Kostov, an unsung hero for this team, plays the most minutes, plays great defense. And you've also got Voron Sevic inside alongside Mozgov. And again, they're all clicking. They're all playing with a lot of confidence, scoring, rebounding, tough defense. It's going to be a tough matchup for Greece. And you see on this side now, the Greeks, led by potentially one of the best power forwards in Europe, Panthesis. But we also know that Nick Kalathis, everything kind of goes through him. The offense is in his hands. And you've also got Slukas, who's been on fire from the perimeter. He's hit 16 of 26 from beyond the arc. That's 65% from the three-point line, and he's averaging 16 points a game. So those two are in the backcourt. You've got Papanikolaou, Panthesis, and then Papagiannis, who starts at center. But don't forget about the captain, Borussia. He's coming off a great game against Lithuania. 6 steals to go along with his 11 points and 8 rebounds. And he pretty much was the difference maker in that game.
And we'll also get a sneak peek, there you go, to protagonist, to talisman, perhaps tonight, taking center stage, Nick Kalathis, or Kalathis if you will. It's Kalathis in American, Kalathis in Greek. He's been good in money time on the left, and Shved has just been terrific all tournament long. No question, one of the standout performers. And Russia, when they've struggled at this tournament, you know, he wasn't around 2 years ago when they played. Now, Sergei Bazarevich hasn't done a very bad job, has he, in his first EuroBasket campaign?
Well, you can tell the players love playing for him. He kind of lets them do what they're good at, but he will put pressure on them if they don't come out to perform. But we haven't seen a single minute of kind of lackadaisical Russian basketball. They've always been pretty efficient, and that's why they're in this quarterfinal.
And Kostas Missis perhaps under a little bit of fire earlier in the tournament when Greece were struggling. But since they've gotten their 2 wins, a lot of the coaches in the armchairs have quieted. And all of a sudden, Greece looked like a very dangerous team at this EuroBasket.
Yeah, again, the way that they pretty much dominated that second half against Lithuania, strong performance all the way through. A lot of credit has to go to Coach Missis. You know, he understands what needs to be done. He's a very experienced coach. Nick Kalathis talked about in the press conference how they love playing for him, how he's been part of the program for a long time, even if this is one of his kind of first major tournaments with this particular team. But you know, they trust him, and that's the main thing you want with your players when you have a coach like that.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Istanbul. It's the start of the quarterfinal here at EuroBasket 2017 between Greece in white and Russia in red. And Greece winning the opening tip, and Nick Kalathis drives in immediately. They pass it back out to the perimeter again to Slukas, and he keeps up that hot shooting.
That is the quickest start you could have ever imagined for Greece, but Nick Kalathis breaking down the defense, a nice kick-out pass, and leave the best shooter on the floor wide open.
So Shved gets an early touch here, and Kostov gets it inside to Mozgov, and he draws the foul. You know, a lot of the talk here, the Papagiannis, the young man getting to start again tonight. He was very good against Croatia, but he is going up against the more established veterans.
And you saw that deep inside post-up position from Mozgov. Papagiannis, you know, he has fouls to give. That's really why he pretty much starts the game. And anything he can give you on offense is a bonus.
Sergei Bezarevich not liking the three clearly that flies in at the very start of the game for Greece. And the second free throw is good as well.
See the rail cam action there, following
the action.
Yeah, following the action. There you go.
And Kalathis tries to throw it down low to Papagiannis, but the Russian hands got up. And now it's Shved. Shved puts his head down, pulls up on the baseline.
Tough shot.
And now Papanikolaou picks it up and hands it off to Slukas. Printezis backs up Vorshevich, puts up a little left-hander, it's good.
Yeah, he's so good around the basket, has an array of shots at his disposal. That time you see the left-hand jump hook. I'm sure we'll see his little patented runner floater at some point as well as the lob goes up.
Yep, Mozgov decides to bring it down and he scores.
Strong start for Mozgov. He's played well in stretches. You know, he'll have a good 10-minute quarter, a good half. But can he put together a 40-minute game here?
Printezis goes past Cooligan, gets in the lane, and this time a little short. How many minutes will Alexei Shved play tonight? He puts up a three.
Looking to draw the foul.
And Kalathis can't get the ball, can't beat Mozgov to the ball. Vorshevich with 4 seconds on the shot clock. He gets close, he puts it up and in. So nice, calm, patient approach from Andrei Vorshevich.
Yeah, completely took advantage of that mismatch with Kalathis as the offensive rebound led to the defensive scramble.
So Kovstad denying Kalathis the ball. Now Kalathis gets it. He's going to go to work. And Kalathis draws the foul from Kovstad. Players for both of these teams know each other well. They compete against each other a lot. And Papagiannis goes up for the two-handed jam.
You'd love to see that kind of strong finish from the young man, just 20 years old. Oh, what a nice find by Kalathis.
Now Kulagin. Shved gets it to Mozgov again, and with the left hand scores. So going back and forth right now. Slukas darts inside and gets swatted by Mozgov. Boy, Mozgov's had a big effect tonight. Immediately. He's been one of the slower starters for Russia. Here's Shved, he gets in. And Mozgov trying to follow. Now Kalathis weaves his way up the court, dumps it off, and Printezis puts it up and in.
3-on-2 fast break, 3-on-1 fast break, executed to perfection. Great start to this game from an excitement standpoint.
Shved gets in, over to Kulagin, good!
Everything goes through Shved for Russia. You see the ball in his hand so much, whether it's the pick and roll, that time he drives, finds Kulagin spotting up in the corner. That's a big shot for him. His confidence has gone up and down in games. Always nice to see your first shot go in.
Slukas over to Printezis, and the ball goes through the hands of Kalathis. Now the shot clock down to 5. Kalathis whips it over to Printezis, and he just has to heave up a prayer, and it's not answered. So a couple of offenses for both teams kind of breaking down. Shved gets in the lane, takes the contact. 2 shots. If he'd been able to finish that, he would have had a 3-point play, but already Papagiannis has 2 fouls, and that's going to bring in Jonas Barousas.
strong take from Shved. This nice little no-look pass from Nick Kalathis.
First free throw is good from Shved, so Papagiannis has to take a seat.
See those stats, close to 24 points and almost 7 assists a game.
And Shved again gets to the line and makes both free throws.
Looking over at Kirilenko, as he's been doing throughout the tournament.
And that's time the foul called on Shved.
Good seal inside from Papanikolaou. Shved trying to reach over. No question about that foul.
Kulagin's going to go out. Kurbanov, who's been really solid in this EuroBasket for Russia, comes in. He's guarding the inbounds passer, Papanikolaou. Over to Barousas. Now Kalathis again. Little step back and gets it to drop. A la Marc Gasol.
Yeah, it really was a nice fadeaway. You don't see that too often from Kalathis, but he has been looking for his shot more. Usually known as a setup man, kind of the orchestrator of the offense, but he's had to be aggressive. Had 14 points in the last game against Lithuania.
Kovstov back to Vorshevich. No look over to Kovstov. And a lot of rim there. Kovstov tries to beat Kalathis to the ball, but it's Kalathis and he lays it up and in.
Kalathis just out hustling the entire Russian team to the ball.
Well, I thought Kovstov was pretty quick, but Kalathis just had that lightning,
that extra little burst.
Pace. Four points, 2 assists for Kalathis, and now the good deny defense, and it's Papanikolaou as he crosses midcourt.
Nice
Over it goes, then Princesses lays it up and in.
Back-to-back fast break opportunities for Greece. We saw that steal from Barousas, able to poke the ball away on the post feed. He did that all day against Lithuania, 6 steals.
Kovstov on the baseline, good.
Doesn't tend to look for his shot too much, but will take an open opportunity.
He's got a lot of experience, Kovstov. And Barousas turns, puts it up. Gets a lot of nice soft touch there. Thanasis and Antetokounmpo cheering him on. He'll come into the game at some point. The older brother of Giannis, who's injured and couldn't play this summer. Shved, and the ball knocked out of his hands, but he's fouled. Greece took a couple of blows early on, but they've come back and looking very much like a team right now that is on the way up.
Yeah. They're definitely sick of all the kind of critics pointing to different reasons why they might not be playing as well, but again, if you can play well when it counts in the knockout stages, that silences everyone.
Kulagin feels his way in, puts it up at the line, and the ball batted out to Fritzen, and it clips the rim and goes out of bounds.
So Shved getting his usual first quarter rest. How does Russia kind of respond to that? We've seen them been able to play pretty well with Kulagin at the point.
Kalathis using Barousas as a screen, passes inside to Papanikolaou. Good cut from Papanikolaou.
And again, all these Greek players know that if they move without the ball, Nick Kalathis will look for them. That's what he wants to do. He wants to find the cutters. He wants to find the open spot-up guys.
He's the conductor of the orchestra. As you said, alley-oop pass, nope. Mozgov brings it down, and Very calm.
I tell you,
solid.
Steal by Fritzen almost, but a lot of people don't really give Mozgov enough credit for his skill. Obviously, he's massive, and he gets into great positions, but even there, able to pump fake and go to the other side of the rim. Fritzen almost stole the inbound pass. Borussis fell asleep there.
Yep, lackadaisical. Great first quarter here between two great basketball countries. And it's Borussis who scores with a little reverse layup. Held his balance well. And now the jump, good D from Papanikolaou. Ball ends up with Fritzen on the baseline and misses everything. Now Kalathis avoids the foul, bounce pass!
That's 5 assists already in this first quarter for Nick Kalathis.
He is dominating Nick Kalathis.
Greece building a 6-point lead. We have our first timeout of the night.
Эй, мы не можем. У нас еще 2 фола, и мы им даем им 3 раза.
Greece 11 of 14, 79%, getting a lot of looks close to the basket. And as you said, it's Nick Kalathis who's pulling all the right strings, and he was a confident player in the press conference the other day, wasn't he?
Yeah, he obviously loves playing for this national side. Born and raised in the United States, but has a Greek blood. He has a lot of pride playing for his country.
Here he is again, Kalathis.
A lot of layups right now for Greece in this first quarter. Already 18 points in the paint, 8 fast break points. So Russia needs to do something defensively, as they haven't allowed teams to score this easily all tournament, really.
Well, noticeable also energy from the Greek fans here today. You can see right behind the bench there. It's just nonstop drum beating, and now the turnover. And Princess is playing very well today. So Kalathis right now is just in complete control, isn't he? Gets it to Borussis. He's got the mismatch guarded by Zubkov and doesn't pass out well, and Shved fouled by Princesses in the backcourt.
Yeah, Borussis probably drops it to the baseline. See Princesses picking up the transition foul. And Antetokounmpo checking in for the first time.
So he comes in. Antetokounmpo, of course, made his debut last year at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Turin. And getting the early appearance tonight. Shved, though, finds a little bit of space. And Borussis collects the rebound.
Shved hasn't come out with the touch he's had in previous games. Curious to see how he bounces back. See a strong rebound and then a little foul there. Antetokounmpo had 3 fouls in his first few minutes against Lithuania, but then hit that big 3 in the fourth quarter. Kind of put that game away.
Yep, pulled up on the break. Here's Kalathis again. Good hands from Vorashevich. But a foul called either on Shved or Vorashevich. And it's on Shved. That's his second. And no doubt about it. He was looking as if he hadn't committed the foul. Or
yeah, he's constantly having conversations with the referees, though.
Now Agravantis comes in. We didn't see him the other night. And Borussis comes out. So rotating the bigs. And Basarevich, meanwhile, is, I guess you would say things not really going according to plan from his standpoint. I mean, they're facing a Greek team right now that just looks supremely focused from the off. They realize they've got a real shot at winning, not just a medal, but maybe going all the way. But already the 5 assists to go with his 5 points and 2 rebounds.
You know, he does struggle from the foul line, just shooting 33% in the tournament.
That's incredible. That almost sounds unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Shaq-esque, and he's such a skilled player that it doesn't make sense really. He's so smart too, you wouldn't think it's a mental thing, but obviously hasn't been able to be knocking it down.
Shved drives in, misses, and again, Kalatis doesn't wait around. Over to Papanikolaou. I think his foot was on the line. And that doesn't matter, misses right at the end of the quarter. I think Greece will take it. They lead it 24-17. So the early numbers, not too bad for Russia from inside the arc, but just 1 of 5 from deep. But look at Greece, 10 of 12 inside the arc, and a lot of those obviously right at the basket. They're getting some layups.
Yeah, especially a guy like Mozgov, who does run the floor really well, but it's been the guards leaking out for Greece. You see Papagiannis there flushing down the early jam. Yeah, everything's at the rim right now for the Greeks. That is what Mozgov can do with the rim protection.
How, the collective hearts of all Greek sports fans kind of sunk when the announcement came out that Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't going to play this year, and not to have such a superstar really in your team. But sometimes that galvanizes a team, and then they've made it through the adversity, and here they are. They look like they're turning on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to remember that all of these guys are professional athletes, so they know what they can do. And when you're missing a guy like Giannis, who, as you mentioned, is a superstar, does literally everything on the court, but it does give chance for other guys to have to step up their game, grow in confidence. And with this national team, when they play with that much pride, the tradition that's there, good things can happen. It would have been fun to see Giannis, though.
It would have. We'll see him eventually. But right now, we'll see Thanasis. He's a human highlight reel himself. Here's Shved. Gets it to the corner. Fritzen. Good! And puts the guns back in the holster.
He's been consistent with that celebration. He's had he had a great game against Croatia. Double figures, hit a couple threes, made some great defensive plays. Continuing that here early.
Lucas to Baroussis.
What a rebound.
Papanikolaou gets the rebound. How in the world did Mozgov not corral that?
Yeah, he went and snatched that one, huh?
Kostov, ooh, that was rough. Fritzen flies in for the rebound. Fritzen for 3. And Galatis takes the board. Great
Nice
pass to
outlet
Papanikolaou. And he gets it to, no, he doesn't. Mozgov read it, and Papanikolaou.
Yeah, overpassing there.
Yep. See the three-point shooting for both teams. Shved trying to improve that mark. Fritzen, another rebound for him. Russia seem like they're pressing. Shved. And that might get him going.
It really, really might. That's a dangerous sign for Greece.
And
Three-pointer not falling, so.
Interesting. I mean, what are you going to tell your team a minute and a half into the quarter that you couldn't have told them a minute and a half ago?
I guess it's just a drop in intensity, maybe a slight drop, or also the attention to detail. They probably said, we can't let Shved get a clean look at the basket, and that time he gets right below the free throw line and knocks in a little mid-range jump shot. So, again, re-emphasizing the priorities is what I would say.
8 fast break points for Greece. What's interesting is Russia have faced some very difficult opponents in this tournament. I mean, I think they probably were in the toughest group, Group D. They beat Serbia. They beat, they took on Latvia. They blew that one. They were up at halftime. That was the bizarre one, really.
Obviously,
they
beat
played,
Turkey on that first
They beat
night.
Belgium. Yeah, they beat Turkey on opening night, which kind of like laid the launch pad for them to have a big one,
But
a big
again,
tournament.
That last game against Croatia a couple of nights ago was like eye-opening in so many ways. Obviously, Croatia coming in with 2 superstars themselves, in Saric and Bogdanovic. And Russia, even though only being up 4 at halftime, just dominated that second half.
Yeah.
But it hasn't really flowed into today's game yet.
Now Papanikolaou. To Galatas, he's going to put up a 3. Good! And he is just feeling it right now. Look at him. He's saying, I'm the best man on the court. He might have a double-double by halftime.
He's yet to come out of the game.
You don't want to take him out of the game. And the interception by Antetokounmpo. Now here's Galatas. Oh, tried to get a little fancy, and Antetokounmpo hustles and gets it back.
He's very fortunate there. Could have been a highlight. Sometimes you want to be a little bit more fundamental.
Oh, bounce pass, beautiful play. Baroussis doesn't finish. And again, Antetokounmpo hustling, but Russia finally get the ball back. So missed opportunity for the Greeks. And Galatas knocks it away from behind. And he is going to race in for another layup. Great pass ahead by Antetokounmpo. And you got to give Galatas credit. He forces the turnover. He gets the easy one.
I mean, his stat line right now, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists.
Playing himself onto the all-tournament team right now.
2 steals as well, so doing it all for Greece.
And we're seeing something out of Russia that we haven't seen for the entire tournament. They're starting to lose their composure. Well, I mean, they did lose it a little against Latvia in their meeting in the second half.
And also, we haven't seen them play from behind, right? Like, I think their largest deficit might be 7 points in this tournament. So right now, down 9, how do you respond?
Galatas again goes right past Kovstov, and boy, had an easy one. I wonder if he could do that over again, if he put it up off the glass. Kovstov, and he is short. And Princesses. Russia right now just looking a shadow of the team that have been so almost ruthless in this tournament. Princesses gets it inside, another short one in the lane.
These Greek fans getting a little rowdy. That's the energy. There's a nice little
and even
cut,
there,
terrible pass.
Yep, Mozgov's pass off the mark. And then Kovstov bumps Galatas.
Here comes Papapetru for the first time.
Apparently there's going to be another potentially, well, a few thousand fans coming from Athens once they, if they can get the win here tonight. And Koufos penetrates, gets it back to Slukas. And the pass kicked. Papapetru in the game for Greece. Number 19, Mansaras as well. Lucas pulls up, and it's good. Forces Bazarevich to call timeout. And look at that. Missis is so excited now. And reaches up and gives Papanikolaou a kiss, a player that he coached to an under-20 championship back in the day.
Yeah, there's a few guys on his team from that under-20 championship squad, and he let us know about that as well in the press conference.
Look at the turnovers. That's not a good stat for Russia.
Yeah, Greece on a 9-0 run. Looking really, really good right now.
And really Russia out of sorts.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now I was going to say, I mean, if you're Russia, this is when you need a leader to get the ball in his hands and let him make some plays for you.
Unfortunately, they have that guy, number 1, Alexei Shved, and they've been riding his back pretty much the entire tournament, trusting him to make the right decision, whether it's a pick and roll option, he attacks the basket, does he pull up from the mid-range, or he's taking so many threes off that.
He's got the 2 fouls, though. He's not coming in yet.
Yeah, in this particular lineup, look for Kurbanov perhaps to get the ball in the post.
Remember last night, Latvia trailed by 15 points and came back to take the lead at halftime. So even though it's 13 points for Greece, obviously there's a lot of basketball to be played.
Yeah, you can't rest on your laurels and get comfortable in these kind of matchups. Too much on the line.
Papapetru picks up his first.
They have a hold.
Mozgov over to Vorncevic. Vorncevic was going to set the big, then Kostov turns away, puts up a little one, boy.
High arcing floater there from Kostov, and he's been much more aggressive than we've seen in games in the past. Usually he's kind of more of a spot-up shooter. Already 5 shots right now for Kostov.
Well, Russia needs somebody to step up, and Kostov, again, he's got a lot of experience. Papas in the game. Here he is, number 11. Back out to Papapetru, and he missed it badly.
Missed everything.
See if Kostov goes to work again on Papas. Kostov gets the pick. Over to Kurbanov. Kurbanov bumped. Fritzen hands it off to Mozgov. What a terrific play by Russia. The interior passing.
Yeah, kind of like a broken play it seemed, but Kurbanov with a nice drive. And you see the 2 nice passes. Not much room, but Mozgov able to get the and 1.
So Baroussis picks up his second foul, and now Greece called timeout. So 4 quick points and also a free throw coming for Russia.
Such a game of runs. We talk about it day in and day out. All you have to do is put together a few stops, get a couple shots, and you're right back in the game.
We make motion down for Costa. Yannis Minister λίγο έξω εδώ. Έτσι, θα πάει μπάλα. Motion down, κάνει.
This is that moment in the game where you think Greece up 13 points, Russia out of sorts, you're on top. Are you going to put them away? Are you going to leave the door open?
Yeah, it seems like no one's really been able to do that in this tournament. Teams with first half leads, they evaporate so quickly. And it's not a matter of not wanting to do it. It's just you're playing a tough team, tough opponent.
Okay, one thing we haven't seen tonight, you know what it is?
It's killing me right now. It's actually killing me. I'm thinking so hard. I got to get the answer to Jeff.
Well, we have not
We haven't seen a Shved 3.
We haven't seen the three-point shooter get fouled while attempting the 3. But you're
Wait
right.
for it. Wait for it. Alexei Shved will get fouled on the three-point shot. Mark my words.
You're right, though. I mean, we haven't seen a Shved 3. Russia just 2 of 9, and he is 0 for 3. So Mozgov cuts that deficit to 8 points with the 3-point play.
He's got 11 points right now, game high. So, half of that superstar tandem doing his job. Just wait for Alexei Shved to kind of wake up a little bit.
Kalathis open. And Papanikolaou challenging for the rebound on the weak side, but it goes out of bounds, and another opportunity for Russia. And now the worried looks on the face of Kostas Missis. But to be fair, the worried look's always there. He knows no lead is safe. Kostov gets it back to Fritzen at the line. Good!
Nice tough shot there from Fritzen. Kalathis draped all over him. See Kurbanov now guarding Kalathis. Interesting matchup. Putting a lot of ball pressure.
And Kalathis has it taken away. Kurbanov got a little too fancy again. Borisevich pulls up on the break. Misses the three, and now it's Papanikolaou. And Borisevich bats the ball away. Working it around the perimeter. Papanikolaou into Kalathis. No look over to Lucas, but he was out of bounds. And that's another one that we're waiting to see. That tends to happen at least once or twice a game.
We saw Russia went to a zone that time defensively. Kalathis did make a beautiful pass to Lucas. Just spatial awareness cost him. Very nice pass there from Kostov. Fritzen had the lob position. Kalathis is trying to front him. Picks up the foul.
Yeah, you look back. Let's see here. 13 points was the advantage. Now it's down to 6. And Russia can get even closer. Fritzen from the left and hits the side of the backboard. But Mozgov knocks it over. It's Kostov, and he misses. And Borussis with the rebound. And Bogris, nowhere to go. Excuse me, Borussis, nowhere to go.
Picks up his first, at 3 seconds.
Mozgov picks up his first foul in that little reach. Only the second team foul for Russia.
And it goes Papanikolaou, Printezis draws the foul. So 2.5 minutes remaining. Here in the first half, Kurbanov has played well since coming in. And that'll allow the Greek fans to breathe a little easier. With Russia seemingly on their way to clawing it all the way back, that deficit. Ooh, misses that one. And it's going to be Greek ball. So foul.
It almost looked like he went over the back there. Able to draw the foul.
So Borisevich penalized, and Greece with another opportunity. Lucas alley-oop, nope. Now Papanikolaou has it, gets it over to Slukas, and great defense. Shot clock had already expired.
Yeah, great closeout from Vorontsevich. Was determined not to let Slukas get the shot off. Took him out in the process, but like you said, the shot clock had already gone out. You see it there.
There's Slukas. So felt the weight of Vorontsevich, but didn't matter. Already
It's too
shot
late.
clock had expired. Kalagin over to Vorontsevich. Hands it back. 3 on the shot clock. Kurbanov from the right. And not a good possession that time for Russia. Oh, no look pass to Princesses, and then he fumbles the ball away. But a foul was called on Russia.
Yeah, nice find there by Slukas as Princesses just ran the floor, stopped right in front of the rim. Kurbanov.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the contact was, but.
So 3 fouls in the last couple of minutes here for Russia. Puts Greece at the foul line in the bonus.
Princesses just made 1 of 2. Now he's back at the line and makes the first.
Came in shooting about 65% from the line.
So he's right on it right now, isn't he? And misses the second.
He really has that push shot as part of his motion. Shved now back in.
Shved trying to give Russia a lift here at the end of the first half. Kulagin has it. Gonna run it from the top. Just past to Kurbanov. Now Kulagin puts it up on the baseline. Tough shot. Good rebound for Greece.
Yeah, good defense here from Greece. Only allowing 12 points for Russia in the quarter.
Barusis. And
Yeah, you'll live with that if you're Russia.
I was about to say, you'd almost, look at that, quick hands, good defense from Greece, but then Slukas just loses control, and Papanikolaou picks up the foul at midcourt.
Papanikolaou telling us, guys, it's all right.
Barusis, excuse me,
Slukas lost that.
Vazarevich wanted an unsportsmanlike on this.
That's always important to see leaders like that. Papanikolaou, very experienced, obviously had the time with the Houston Rockets.
Well, both of these teams have a lot of experience. That's why it's probably such a good game. I mean, that's one reason why it's such a good game. Shved over to Kulagin. Good! That was a 2. And that stopped the rot for Russia.
You see Shved, a lot of trust, not forcing the outside shot, passes it up for Kulagin. 4th assist for Shved. He only has 4 points in this first half.
And Kalathis, what a move, just doesn't finish. But Papanikolaou reaches in and gets the ball back for Greece. So missed opportunity for Russia. They got to play D again. Slukas, shot clock winding down. Kalathis from the right. And his attempt hits the rim, but that's it. So all in all, Greece on top, but a lot of ball to be played. They lead at 37-31 at halftime.
Yeah, you can see both teams visibly frustrated with their play at the end of the quarter. Only 14 of 13 for Russia in that second quarter. You see the shooting statistics kind of cooling off, especially Russia from 3, just 2 of 13. Greece, meanwhile, missing 3 free throws. 7 steals for Greece. That's been remarkable. It led to a quick start. It's sure going to be a thrilling second half of play.
So a lot of basketball to be played. 37-31. It's Greece on top at halftime. We'll be right back. Well, Greece, they have led by as many as 13 points, but at halftime, that's been whittled down to 37-31 against Russia. And Sergei Bazarevich of Russia, can he get his team to find a comfort zone out here tonight against Greece? Greece has started like a house on fire. They just played so confidently with Nick Kalathis pulling all the strings. At point guard, he was scoring, he was passing, just in complete command. But Russia have made just enough plays to keep it close, and we got 20 minutes to go. And anybody that knows anything about this competition, 6 points can disappear in about 10 seconds. So we have had one terrific quarterfinal after another. This is the third intriguing clash. We haven't talked about it, but there is the possibility that Russia and Spain could meet in another final. And of course, we all know what happened back in 2007. Spain won the world title in 2006. Then they hosted the FIBA EuroBasket.
Το άλλο, το option που κάνει. Έχουμε screen, δίνουμε μπάλα στο 5, εσύ έχεις φύγει, παίρνεις down, πήγα από τον Γιώργο, πάλσα από την κοντά και γεμίζουμε τον Γιώργο μέσα. Εσύ μετά από κίνηση. Έχουμε κίνηση. Από την άμυνα. Rebound και άμυνα. Πανέλα option, κοντά. Άιντε, rebound.
Парни, давай, ёпта! Давай! Вперед! Россия!
To have found a new gear in the knockout round.
Did you see that move though? Just froze Mozgov and then stepped back to the 3.
Shved puts up a 3. Good! And there's also a foul off the ball.
Here it comes.
This could end up being a huge trip down the floor for Russia.
See, knocked down the 3, and then Mozgov knocked over by Slukas.
It's interesting how a big man like that could be knocked back like that.
They say big trees fall hard.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, like
did you hear timber?
Could be a 5 or 6 point possession, and all of a sudden you're right back in the game. It's happened so many times in this tournament already. Off the ball foul, once the ball's in the air, they regain possession.
So they get it right back immediately, and now possession. So it's a 6-point deficit, and Kostov has it.
No, he wants it.
Shved, and a little long that time. Now Slukas
now for Greece.
Up to Princesses, and Shved picks up his 3rd foul.
To be honest with you, I haven't seen Alexis Shved pass too many blocks in his career. He's got to know those 2 fouls so valuable. You got to admire the contest, but you can't put yourself in a situation and pick up that 3rd foul so early in the second half. That being said, save some points.
Well, he's struggling at the line tonight. Now just 2 of 5. Got to make the free throws. Those will be magnified come the end of the game. And a tight one especially. And he misses both.
So maybe actually it was a really good foul by Shved as he prevented 2 points.
Yep, but he's got the 3 fouls, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah,
They can't do without him. Bornsevich hands it off to Shved. And Kalathis doesn't want to give him any room to breathe. And look at him dribble around over to Kovstov, and then the ball intercepted. Excellent defense from Papanikolaou and Slukas.
Yeah, Shved did a great job breaking down the defense. Kicked it out to Kula again. He passed up the open shot yet again. He knocked down his last one. Here you see the move on Moskov, sending him back a few steps. And Princess able to knock down the 3.
Into Papanikolaou. And Bornsevich with the rebound.
They also need him to score, Jeff. Bornsevich just 2 points. Inside to out player.
And there it is, Timothy Moskov. Now back to a 4-point game.
Moskov yet to miss from the floor or the free throw line.
Slukas gets in lane, spins. Just have a certain control about their game tonight. Rusas wisely back outside to Princesses. Hits the 3. Well, he struggles at the free throw line, but you put him behind the arc and he's as comfortable as anybody.
18 points now from Princesses.
2 of 3 from deep. Well, one of the biggest names in Europe, really, Princesses for the last several years. Shved gets inside, but doesn't finish. Now Papanikolaou quickly pushes for Greece.
Nice hook pass.
Slukas back to Papanikolaou. Gets inside, hands it off to Borussis, and nice patience. Right decision by Papanikolaou.
Very good point there, Jeff. You saw that move, pro hop before dishing it off. But drove by 2 players. Papanikolaou, so versatile.
Shved takes the bump, and the ball goes off of Mozgov's hands. Now Slukas to Kalathis, draws the foul on Kovstov. And right now, this game starting to get away from Russia, just when they pulled to within 4. And those traveling Greek supporters, glad they made the trip here to Istanbul. What if they came by boat?
I haven't really given Russian fans a chance to make any noise, dominating the sound waves.
Тимофеев.
6 points from turnover, off 7 turnovers for Greece. Russia just 4
Возьми
off.
Калатаса.
Sorry, 6
Меняйтесь
points
на
from the
пик-н-ролл,
turnovers.
окей?
We'll just let that one go.
Эй, первый пик-н-ролл,
graphic
не
is gone.
меняйся, заступай. Вот, следующий больше, меняйтесь на пик-н-ролл, окей?
Obviously,
Пакуйте
the other
зону.
night, all the Russian players were playing well. Tonight, really just
Если
Mozgov
следует, попробуйте
has been
сначала
delivering.
сыграть.
Shooting percentages for both teams.
Meanwhile, for Greece, getting contributions down the line. Rosas making his presence felt. Already has multiple steals yet again after getting 6 the other night. Slukas also with 2 steals and Kalathis with 2 steals. So a lot of pressure on the defense. You see again the long 3 from Contestas.
So the stat was 6 Greek points, and they've also, in terms of turnovers, turned it over 7 times. So 6 Greek points off of the Russia's turnovers. 4 points for Russia after turnovers, and the Greeks have.
It's felt like so much more. I guess a lot of those fast break points are also coming off missed shots, not just turnovers.
And Papanikolaou faked the handoff, and traveled. Trying to be clever, almost gotten to scoring position now. Over to Shved. He wants to go hard. Seaman Antonov has come into the game at number 11. And again, Shved behind the back pass right into the hands of Slukas. Over to Galatas and Brusis and Greece.
The open shot.
Yep. Content to keep working and make Russia work on defense.
Shved has 6 turnovers, 7 points, still a 4 assists, but
Look at these Greek fans.
this game.
They believe, don't they? Lucas pulls up just inside the arc.
This is where he really came alive in that game against Lithuania, second half. Knocks down his 7th point. Expect him to be more aggressive down the stretch.
Kurbanov goes baseline, gets blocked by
Perfect
Papanikolaou.
defense. Move the feet and block the shot.
Bruce is going right at Antonov. Patiently, they work it and goes to Kalatis and doesn't get the roll this time.
Number 10 on the winner, Kostas Loukas. Second personal
I think this might be Greece's best lineup. These 5 guys right now. They got size, they got balance, versatility. You saw that defense there. They can also put a lot of pressure on the offense with their arms. And then on the offensive side,
Shved, 3.
Here comes Jeff.
That came at the right time. This Russian team out of sync. He now has hit 2 of his 3 attempts from deep. Lucas keeps the pressure on, but good hands by Varnsevich. And look at the bounce, the behind the back pass from Kulagin over to Shved. And it was too long. Kulagin has to take it back outside. Now Kurbanov's going to post up. Lucas gets inside, and Barusa stepped in front of him. And no doubt it affected the shot.
Yeah, Kurbanov still scoreless. We always talk about him as an X factor, him and Varnsevich combining for just 2 points.
Kalatis gets inside, lays it up and in. I think he got 14 points now.
Meanwhile, Nick the Quick getting to the basket yet again.
Oh, he's only got 12.
Nice backdoor cut, but pass not on target.
So that's his first basket of the second half. Kalatis. And now, again, Greece just keeping the pressure on. 2 fouls. Interesting how it's all worked out for Greece. How they've ended up meeting, who they've met in the knockout round. I mean, it's been a stroke of good fortune that maybe that they didn't win as many games as they would have wanted in the group phase, because you alluded to it earlier. I mean, the path is there for them, you would think, the easier path to get into the final.
Yeah, obviously, they would have faced off against either Germany or Slovenia at some point. If they would, Germany or Latvia, if they would have been in first or second place in that group.
Cedi Osman amongst the fans tonight, Turkey's star performer. Here at this, one of them anyway, here at this EuroBasket.
Borus is 0 for 2 on that trip to the line.
And Greece's free throws could be costly. They're now 3 of 10.
Definitely.
Look at that.
That's
And Kalatis commits the foul. Kalatis hasn't really dropped his intensity at all. He will come out now just to catch a breather. Papagiannis comes in for Barousas. Yeah, you can tell he needed a breather, Kalathis. Shved finds his way inside and draws the foul.
Papagiannis just can't stay out of foul trouble. And he expect a better job there. He's to cut off the penetration.
Yeah, he got him on the head, in fact. Back to an 8-point deficit. And Shved now doing a lot more offensively. He's up to 12 points.
Already 9 points. First 6 minute plus of the third quarter for Shved. See Russia, a little 2-2-1 press.
Kurbanov will Papanikolaou. Kulagin as Lucas. Lucas gets past him and then throws it right into the hands of Shved. What will Shved do? Back to Vorcevic. Good! And look at that. The emotion from Vorcevic. And Russia with that one have trimmed that deficit. 49-45.
They will not go away lightly. You already know that. Very resilient squad. Have been in so many close games throughout this tournament. Even though they face the largest deficit, they have the guys to get back into the game.
So look at the free throw shooting from Greece. Now that number becomes magnified as the game gets closer.
Of course, Russia knocking down a few more threes. Already 3 in the second half after having just 2 in the first half. So
Нам надо мяч сдвинуть внутрь, наружу, внутрь, наружу. И знаешь что, давай сыграем один раз. Этот, motion, shake. Motion dribble. Эй, хорошо, стоп. Motion dribble.
Look at Shved here. Passes back to Vorcevic on that last three-pointer on the break. See all the emotion coming out of Vorcevic. Look at that.
yeah, he needs to have a big second half.
Do you get the feeling that Russia are fortunate to be down by just 4 points? Because they were really out of their rhythm.
Those free throws, that's, you don't expect them to be perfect, but at least 5 points to left at the line.
And how long can you go without Kalathis in there? As well as Barousas. Shot clock winding down again. Not a good possession for Greece. They're going to have to hurry. They get it to Papagiannis and doesn't get it up in time. And Kostas misses now. A little bit of frustration over on the Greek bench. And also the Greek fans have quieted.
That's the great thing about basketball. When you have
Shved splits the D.
Wait for it. One more. Great ball movement in this possession. As I was saying, the great thing about basketball is when you're down, you can play a little bit more recklessly with nothing to lose. You just kind of throw everything you have. And when you're up, players tend to get a little bit tighter. Possessions kind of extend. They pass up shots, and you don't do the things that got you that lead. So that's why you see leads just evaporate so often. Just keep doing what got you that lead.
Well, with Barousas back in and Princesses, I mean, it is a big ask for Papagiannis to be in this game. This is when you need that experience out there.
And again, just 20 years young.
I mean, that said, we watched Luka Doncic last night at 18 years of age play out of his skin.
Yeah, but he's not abnormal.
He's abnormal. He comes from a different planet. That's right, I forgot. He's unbelievable. Kulagin.
The press has bothered Greece a little bit. defense there from Barncevic.
Shot clock down to 7. Slukas to Barousas. And good hustle from Papanikolaou. What tenacity. What hustle.
Number 41,
You see that able to put himself in a position to collect the offensive rebound. Urbanov can't be happy with that effort. Can Russia either tie this game or regain the lead before the fourth quarter? Set up what's going to be a tantalizing last 10 minutes.
And a great hustle play by Papanikolaou, and restores the 4-point lead. And amazing what a couple of points will do for the fans.
These 5 guys out there from Greece, the strongest lineup, and none of them in foul trouble.
Zlatis back in. Shved pulls up for the jumper. Don't look now, but Alexei Shved is well and truly hot. He's got 15 points.
He can really pull up from anywhere on the floor. Right, left, wings, top of the key. Just such a good shooter these days. Used to be a slasher, we talked about it, but now
he's trying to do it with a jumper tonight. Inside, and Barousas missed an easy one.
big rebound from Kulagin as well.
Well, a three-pointer here for Shved will give Russia the lead. Hands it off to Fridzin. They get it to Varnsevich, wide open! And Barousas grabs the board. Papanikolaou pulls it back out. Kalathis for three, that's gonna be short. And then it goes off of Russia. What a break for Greece. And amazing how when the game gets tight, it just gets that little bit harder to make those threes, doesn't it?
Yeah, but also tough for Fritzson there. You're not really expecting an air ball. Then again, if you get your fingertips on the ball, you're supposed to catch it.
Entry pass, Printezis, and he misses. And once again, Russia knock it out of bounds.
There's the hands kind of on Slukas.
Slukas pulls up for three. That is short. And now Kulagin steps in, brings it up the floor. Three-point attempt for Shved. And look at the hustle from Varnsevich, but it allows Slukas to push the ball, but Shved stood in his way. Printezis. And now he throws it away into the hands of Shved. 2-on-1 break. Shved lays it up and in. And they have knotted the contest here at 51. Just 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
13 points in the quarter for Shved.
Five, four, and they get it to Barousas. Beautiful play at the end between Slukas and Barousas. And Greece go back in front by 2. It's anybody's game right now. Look at this.
A nice spin move to get away from the defense. And finds Barousas with the lob. Barousas not really a high flyer, but good finisher.
53-51, Greece on top after 3.
So you see the statistics there. Russia able to knock down 3 3-pointers in that third quarter. Still perfect from the foul line. And those free throws, as Jeff mentioned, really a problem now in a 2-point game. See some of the highlights. But Alexei Shved almost single-handedly bringing back this Russian team with his brilliant offense. And also want to mention Kulagin grabbing a few defensive rebounds amidst the tall trees in there from Greece, as Mozgov wasn't in the game. So again, Russia's been here before. Beat Turkey by 3 on the first day. Beat Serbia by 3 on day 2. Kind of took care of business against Belgium and GB. And then lost to Latvia, but all of those games, except for Croatia, were close. They showed an ability to stick to what they do well, which is give the ball to Alexei Shved.
Third quarter action done and dusted. Now the fourth quarter underway. And Shved drives in and gets it to rolling. He knows English. Uses the right amount of English on the wood.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was going to get in there, but just rolled its way in.
Kalatis fumbles it all away. And Kulagin back to Shved, the danger man. And he takes the contact and puts it off the side of the backboard. So Russia about to nose in front.
Shved's been looking for that call all night. Such a great job putting pressure on his defense. He's been working the referees for the last hour or so. Only his 4th and 5th free throws.
There he goes. So Russia, their free throw shooting a perfect 10 of 10. They're on top 55-53. And Papanikolaou fouled by Fritzen.
Shved yet again, 21 points. It's 2 points off his average despite having 4 in the first half. It's just an uncanny ability to put points on the board. See the foul from Fritzen, a little over-eager.
Coach, please, thank you. Go.
Brusis guarded by Antonov. And he picks up the foul.
Antonov in there as kind of a bruiser defender. Known for his post defense and screening action. Giving Mozgov a big break. Mozgov only 1 foul, but he's been out for quite a while.
Kalatis drives in and takes the foul. What a play from Greece's man of the match, so to speak. Here he is again.
Drive to the baseline.
You got to play with confidence, and it was lacking a little bit for Greece in that third quarter, but that was a very confident move. And he makes no mistake at the line. Just like that, Greece go back in front, and now Antetokounmpo comes up with the pick. So Papas, Kalatis, and Antetokounmpo, and Kalatis again over to Papanikolaou. Oh, missed everything. Shved back to Vorcevic. Antonov wide open.
He hasn't hit a 3 all tournament.
What do you do in that situation if you're wide open? You take it. And looks like Kuzmanovic is going to take him out.
Yeah, you don't take that.
And Marushas gets
bullies his
in,
way, but no foul.
surrounded by red shirts. No complaints from the Greek bench. Fritzen back to Varsevich. He's hit one. Make it two. 2 of 4 now from deep. And Russia. And what is turning out to be a real Greek drama. Taking the lead. Pass. And again, Kalatis puts it on the deck and gets to the basket. And also will get to the line. Man, he is carrying this team right now.
He's setting up another great finish.
Goes off the wrong foot. Goes off the wrong foot as well. He is so tough driving. You remember how he missed in the first half when he didn't use the backboard?
Yep.
He's used it twice in a row.
He listened to you.
We got the message down to Nick. Clearly the no shirt policy not in effect. The Greek fans started to sing again, starting to chirp. And Shved comes out. So he has 3 fouls. Here's Kalatis. That is quite a line. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists.
What's the
3
point guard
steals.
matchup we picked out at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, they're both delivering really.
Shved visibly frustrated coming out of the game there.
Wants to get a short breather. Kovtov back in there for his defense perhaps.
They're going to need Shved at full strength in the last few minutes. So even these couple, right here you get a few more seconds from the foul break. Maybe take one timeout.
Well, his coach, Bazarevich, understands that a point guard needs to be on the floor, but he needs a breather because he was one himself. Nice. Fritzen drives in, and he draws the foul as well. Now Shved feeling a little more comfortable on the bench. It's like, okay, I'll take a breather. Princesses was guilty of the foul.
Nice driving kick from Kulagin. Fritzen gets all the way to the basket.
But just like last night with Latvia and Slovenia slugging it out, going back and forth. Now we've got another entertaining duel with Russia and Greece, and Barousas called for the illegal screen.
That now puts both teams in the bonus the rest of the way.
Watch this.
Kovtov just really ran into him, but
yeah, not seeing too much wrong there from Barousas. We're playing China this coming season. Taking his game to the Far East. And Papas picks up the foul, and Kulagin goes down holding his left. Is it his ankle or is it his
high ankle sprain?
He's in a little bit of pain.
He went down.
They can ill afford to lose him the way he's been playing, and that is not feeling good.
Yeah, 7 points and 4 rebounds.
What's he asking for? Appealing for an unsportsmanlike? And they're going to have to help him off the court. That could be him done for the entire tournament, and it doesn't look good.
We see there, just kind of roll that ankle over. I don't think it's going to be too bad. Obviously, it's always a sting at first. Once you get that ankle kind of retaped, hopefully it can be a little bit better. Can't put any weight on it right now. And since he got fouled, and Shved comes in the game for him, Shved gets to take the free throws.
So very good fortune in that sense, but I'm sure they'd rather have a healthy Kulagin. 7 minutes remaining, and Bazarevich thinks, can we leave Alexei out here for the next 7 minutes? So their biggest lead now. They are up by 3. Russia did lead by 4, in fact, earlier in the game. So now they've equaled that biggest lead. He's got 23 points, 5 assists, and the 3 steals. So he and Kalathis have sure enough taken center stage.
Now Shved right at his average, 23 points.
Kalathis off, beautiful play again, and this time doesn't use the backboard. Goes off the rim, and Mozgov with the rebound. Kovstov hands it off to Shved.
High pick and roll screen here.
And Borussis knocks it out of his hands. Look at the hustle from Kalathis. And then Shved falls down. And Kalathis called for the foul. He takes exception to the call. And
yeah, it's a tough call. You see him dive for the loose ball.
yeah, that's.
Shved kind of.
Did he kind of swing his right leg into Shved? Is that what Rosso saw, the French referee?
Obviously, very smart move from Shved, kind of anticipating the contact, feels that it falls down.
There were 2 elements there. Shved kind of leaned into Kalathis, and I thought Kalathis did kind of nudge him with his right leg. So he's got 3 fouls, and he comes out. Papas and Slukas now in the game. And again, Russia perfect at the free throw line, 14 of 14. And look at the numbers for Shved. They just keep going up, up, and away. And makes another one.
Russia bringing under pressure again.
What did they say? Good defense beats a good offense?
And 25 though for Shved. Remarkable second half.
Princesses goes right at Vorncevic and able to get the foul called on Vorncevic.
You got to admire the way that Vorncevic is playing that post defense. Seemed to be pretty solid. And right there, he caught him on the left elbow.
Yeah, he lowered his arm and got him.
This is so
spotted
tough
by
in the
Conde.
post.
And this has been really the problem of the game, certainly for Princesses. He's now 2 of 7 at the free throw line. Misses again. Nope, makes that one. So 1 of 2 for Princesses. Plenty of time for Greece. No time to panic. Russia certainly looking to land another blow, and this time he rims out, but Mozgov is able to bat the ball all the way back outside to Shved.
What a rebound from Mozgov. Oh, leave him wide open.
Goes,
inside.
and Mozgov goes up, hangs on the rim for a little bit of emphasis.
Nice offense there from Russia. Big man rolled hard to the basket. The defense never rotated over.
Amazing.
Greece just one timeout left, and they're down 7.
Amazing how the game has turned around.
Yeah, you mentioned in the third quarter is a point where Greece is pulling away. Russia never seems to go away. They're a determined team, honestly. Probably the most consistent team in the tournament in terms of performances. Obviously, Spain's been dominant as well, but
the group, don't forget, the group they came from was difficult. And even in the game they lost against Latvia, I mean, they were outstanding in the first half. So they've had the battles. They've had to keep it together. They've been there, done that. And Greece, obviously, they lost to Slovenia. They lost to Finland.
See there, Mozgov wide open underneath the rim. How do you lose him? But this Russian team, obviously, we know that Shved hasn't been around the last couple of tournaments, but you know he's 28 years old. Fritzen 31, Mozgov 31, Voroncevic and Kurbanov 30. So they have been playing together, throughout their youth, but for a very, very long time, very experienced.
They've also played together in various clubs.
Exactly. So you kind of expect this kind of performances.
Lucas hands it off to Maroussis, and I think the pass might have been intended by Papanikolaou, for Papanikolaou.
See Mozgov with a kind of forearm to the side of Maroussis.
Andrei Kirilenko is really involved in every single play for Russia. Over here, the Russian Basketball Federation president, the former Russian national team star. And Maroussis now adds to Greece's free throw woes.
8 for 17. The fact that Russia's perfect 15 for 15 just adds a little bit of insult to that.
And misses both. And it's starting to unravel for Greece. 5:17 to play. Shved gets in and gets blocked by Papanikolaou. Lucas wants to get something easy in transition, hands it off to Princesses, and the block from Mozgov. And Shved says, I'm not waiting for anybody, and that's probably a decision he regrets, but then Kalathis not able to get the ball.
You see the Russian teammates urging Shved, like, why would you pass up on a layup opportunity? The block here from Mozgov went up and get it.
Yep. That was the block that triggered the break. Ooh, almost on the way down. Crunch time now. Shved has
Another
again.
turnover.
Good D from Maroussis, hands up. Kalathis gets in, and this time shows he can score without using the backboard.
Good timeout here from Russia. You're up 5. Making some sloppy plays. Guys kind of pointing fingers. See Kulagin's ankle getting retaped. Good chance of seeing the last of him tonight. That's stat line, 25 points, 5 assists, but 7 turnovers. You see the field goal percentage. Russia much stronger in the second half after Greece had that excellent start in the first quarter.
Free throw percentage by quarter
is a telling statistic. Hundreds across the board for Russia. Meanwhile, for Greece, I mean, no excuse really for that at this level.
This was Kalathis making that last little runner.
He's got 20 now.
So Greece just 8 of 18 at the free throw line. Still, I mean, down 5. They get a stop, they get it back. You know, it can happen very quickly. Long way to go. You'd almost want to make sure that Lucas tries to get a good look every time down. He's, from a jump shot standpoint, right now it's in Russia's hands. And Shved, Princesses is going to go out and guard him. Shved is going to put up a deep one. Here it is, and that was short.
Here's Lucas. He's only got 5 shots here.
And look at the defense. Russia batted it away.
Mozgov inside.
And he misses. What happened? He can get up, and then Maroussis just rejects him. Facial.
A little bit soft from Mozgov. You don't see that too often.
Looks like he didn't jump. Kalathis again, a little runner. Here he is. And the little teardrop. And now that deficit just 3 small points. And Russia, all of a sudden, starting to show signs of cracking. Shved drives in, takes the contact from Papanikolaou. 2 shots. We saw it all tournament long. in Group D.
Fourth personal required.
And Kamathis exhausted. You see him kind of bent over the knees there.
Needs to be careful.
Ooh, maybe the left forearm, a bit of a shove, but that is a tough call. Schmidt feels it. He kind of leans to the side as he jumped up.
Yeah, but you know, you're not supposed to see. You're not supposed to use that hand like that. There's the spider cam angle,
Making its way to the television screen near you.
26.7 turnovers. Schmidt has had his share of turnovers.
Misses his first free throw, first one of the night for Russia.
Yeah, 16
He's
and
dropped 10 fouls, Jeff. Just put so much pressure on the defense.
Chance of Hellas.
Lucas needs to get a shot. He's only taken 5 here tonight. A leading scorer at 16 points a game. Can get a good one off.
And it's going to be Kalathis. Does he get it off in time? Rims out.
Every possession now, so important.
Look at Schmidt. Just
Probing.
weaves his way in there. Kalathis in the open floor. Gets it to Borussis, and then he loses it going up, but a foul called on Kostov.
Good foul from Kostov, to be honest.
He's got to make his free throws. Borussis for Greece. Borussis has not made a free throw all night. He is 0 for 4.
You think he's thinking about it?
He's thinking about it right now. What do you do in this situation? You try to get the bad thoughts out of your mind?
Everyone's different, but this is as much a mental game as it is physical. The captain. There it is.
You know, in the warm-ups, he came out and was just knocking down jump shots.
He can definitely shoot. That's what's crazy with a lot of these guys is they can shoot, but the free throw line, you're on an island out there.
It's about to go.
2 big free throws.
So the captain comes through. Kostov looking to make the killer pass, gets it to Mozgov. Fridzin, and the hand in the face, and the contesting from Greece. And there was only going to be one team that came away with that rebound. It was the Greeks. Now Slukas has it. Can he get? He's going to penetrate. And Princesses thought about it, gives it back to Kostas Slukas. Slukas again. Can he get some space? He does. And Mozgov with the board.
So Shved out of the game right now. Looking to come back in. Wants to get a good possession.
Kurbanov thinks he can have his way with Papanikolaou. He gets it back over to Fridzin. Fridzin puts pressure on the D, drives in. Mozgov there for the offensive rebound.
Ball that hit the rim.
Fridzin for 3, misses everything. Now that starts a break with Slukas. Will he pull up? And Kalathis. Boy, it is tense.
Savage, great defense inside. Borussis now switching. Mozgov out on Kalathis. Shot clock winding down.
He's going to have to put it up. He does for 3. Short. And Russia with the rebound.
So both teams kind of going cold from the field down the stretch. You see fatigue really setting in. All these shots are short.
One goes in here for Russia from 3. It'd be a dagger.
Shved is dying at the table right now, unable to get back into the game. Under a minute to go.
Kostov now, shot clock winding down. Kostov, good! Boy, he has hit some big shots tonight.
That's a huge shot from Dmitry Kostov.
He only has 6 points, but it's 3 of 4 from from inside the
We
arc.
talked to the Russian staff the other night about Kostov and his importance. Again, he leads his team in minutes, such a valuable guy. They talked about how in years past, maybe he wasn't that focused, but over the last couple of years, especially since he had a kid, really improved his play and his mentality. That's probably the biggest shot of his career right there.
And again, Greece just 10 of 20 at the free throw line. Are they going to rue those misses by the end of the game?
So if you're Greece, who do you want taking the shots? Lucas, only 7 points. And Kalathis obviously with 22, but not really known as a scorer or shooter.
Сейчас, послушай. Какой там спешл был? Быстрее. Спешл какой был?
So you're telling me when you have kids, it sharpens your focus?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You see, he almost fell down on that shot. Able to regain his balance. Almost crossed himself over. Big shot from Kostov. Shved's going to stay out of the game. Russia going with a more defensive lineup. Interesting call there.
Final 40 seconds. Been a thriller. Here's Borussis. He's got Mozgov on him. He drives in. He misses. And Vorontsevich with the rebound.
Now Greek can't foul.
Oh! Ball knocked out of bounds, out of Urbanov's hands. And now with 24.1 seconds left, you have to say this is Russia's game to win or lose. They are in command. And how much time will Greece allow to go off the clock as well? So they're going to go ahead and put Kostov on the line.
He's shooting 89% of the tournament.
Hasn't taken a free throw today. Again, Russia 16 of 17 at the free throw line.
So again, offensive defense substitutions as Shved goes back out. Fritzen back in.
Never a doubt. You think they'll allow Greece to attempt the three at the other end?
I'd say if Protestis touches the ball, definitely foul him. Mathis as well.
Oh, he only makes one of two.
Get the rebound.
Mozgov batted it away. And they have to
taste it
foul
now.
again. So Russia with 18.8 seconds left. And they don't have quite as many fans here as the Greeks. Lucas fouls out. And the Russian fans are up and cheering.
Performances to highlight.
Lucas gets applauded by the Greek fans as he takes a seat.
10 rebounds from Mozgov, 3 offensive rebounds. Vorontsevich, 11 defensive rebounds. Just punishing them on the glass. Door's still open.
Lucas just 7 points, but he only attempted 6 shots all night. So Russia did a good job of making life very difficult for him. So now it's 2 3-pointers is what Greece will be looking for, no doubt. And here is Kalathis. Good!
There's one. There's one.
Now they got to get a foul. Or they're going to try to get a steal.
Russia calls timeout to advance the ball.
Don't forget crazy things.
Nice move there from Kalathis to elude Vorontsevich.
Crazy things have happened with Greece's national team over the years. Are we about to turn the clock back to, for example, 2005 when they had that dramatic come-from-behind victory in that last minute against France? And of course, they beat Russia that very year in the quarterfinals.
Russia missing a couple of free throws here in the last minute, leaving the door ever so slightly open.
The 18 of 21, Russia on the night.
Again, I'm a fan of, you have 12 seconds. You spend maybe 2 or 3 seconds aggressively going for a steal before fouling, then you foul. But Russia has shown that they're susceptible to turnovers.
Also, if you're Greece, you try to get a three, and what happens if Russia turn it over? Do you foul to prevent them from shooting a three? I think it's almost, you're asking too much, really.
Yeah, it's true. Well, they got Greece has Antetokounmpo back out there for his defense.
Yep, well spotted. And Papas, Papanikolaou, Princesses, and Kalatis.
Greece probably going to switch the screens here.
So Papas, perhaps on purpose, committed that infraction. So Greece can see where they're going to be, what Russia are going to do. They're going to change their play. And they get it to Fritzen, and he is fouled by Papas.
There they had the chance to trap. It's called for the foul. Of course, referees are going to be quick to blow that whistle in the final seconds.
Gets it to fall, so it makes it a two-possession game. Unless, of course, Greece were to attempt a three, make it, and get fouled on the play.
Kulagin's at the scores table.
So he's going to come back in. So that's great news. Give that physio a raise. There he is, coming back out.
So Shred's defense that poor where a hobbled Kulagin is better out there. You see him.
Kalatis has to push it quickly. They don't have time. Puts up a three. And Russia have it. And what was the Greek drama, quite frankly, folks, has turned into a Greek tragedy. This was a Greek victory in the making. And the tragedy for them, the missed free throws, 10 of 20 from deep. And also the excellence of assistance of Russia, no doubt. The excellence of Alexei Shved. You know, at some point, he's going to help you. He didn't have a great shooting night tonight. Just 7 of 22, but he's still got 26 points.
Yeah, able to get to the foul line.
And over
and over again.
I mean, Russia have only made 6 of 26 from three-point range tonight. They have struggled.
Yeah, Russia did not play its best game. 40% from the field.
How good are they? By not playing well, they're still winning. It's 74-69, so Russia move on into the semifinals. And they will face the winner of Serbia against Italy. Russia win it, 74-69.
Well-played game, well-fought game as well. Both sides. Russia able to prevail. Just a better second half. Good execution. Got so many stops, only allowing 32 points to Greece in that second half.
So Russia saying thanks to the crowd. This is turning into a very special EuroBasket indeed for them. You see the shooting numbers for both teams, and again, we've talked about it. And once again, the free throws have just been a real killer for Greece. 10 of 20 kind of put them behind the 8-ball. Russia out rebounding Greece, 38-33. Assists. Fouls. And we'll look at the leading scores. 25 for Kalatis. Shved with the game high 26. Morsevich always helps you in different ways. Tonight, he was very active on the boards. He had 12 points. Also hit a couple of big three-pointers as they came from behind.
Now Greece awaits the winner of the Serbia-Italy game. Again, they got to feel very confident that they can earn a place in that final. Another big win for Russia. So who would have thought this 2 weeks ago? It's unbelievable.
Don't look now, but you know, it could be on course for a rematch of the EuroBasket final from 2007. We know that both Spain and Russia will be in the semifinals. So Russia won the final back in 2007 in dramatic circumstances. So the drought continues for Greece. They really thought they had a chance after not only winning to advance, but beating. Who was it they beat in the last round? It was
Lithuania.
Lithuania, yeah, as convincingly as they did. And the way it's turned out, they've just run into a Russia team that even on a bad night has had too much.
Again, the Alexei Shved showing that third quarter really the difference. But they got different contributions from everyone. Mozgov 15 and 10. Barancevic those 2 big threes in the second half to go with his 12 rebounds. Fritzen with 11 points off the bench.
Yeah, Shved had 13 points in the third quarter when Russia came back. And really just kind of took control of the game, didn't it? So you feel for Nick Kalathis. He played about as well as you could expect tonight. I mean, he did everything that he needed to do. And you also had the Greek fans. You got to feel bad for them. They came out, they took the long journey to fly to Istanbul with the success. They are going to go home unhappy. I suppose you have to just applaud Russia for sticking with it.
Yeah, they get that big shot from Kostov. Put him up 4 in the last minute.
Now, they've already been able to beat Serbia once, so if they played them, they would, I don't know who would have the advantage there. It's always difficult to beat a team 2 or 3 times in a tournament. The other thing is Russia could end up playing Italy. So Marcevic and Princesses, 2 great foes on the court, obviously in European competition, whether it's for their clubs or for their national teams, embrace each other. Princesses knows he had a great game in many respects, but not at the line. That was where he really struggled tonight, making just 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Finished with 19 points and 5 rebounds. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. One final time, Russia win it 74-69 over Greece.